students, welcome to your English session. Today in this session we are going to continue with our play The Tempest, written by William Shakespeare. In it we will discuss Act 2, Scene 2, lines 65 to 125. Children, before discussing the play, let me remind you that you have to read the text so that you can quote keywords and important line in your exam. Now let us see the objectives of this session. By the end of this session, you will be able to explain the meanings of the difficult words according to the text, tell some of the references that we have read in the text, explain the text in your own words. Now children, till now we have done that Caliban curses Prospero for the menial job that he has to do for him. Then he sees Trinculo coming in his wild costume and thinks that he is another spirit of Prospero who is coming to torment him. In order to escape torture, he lies down on the ground to hide. Trinculo hears the noise of thunder and thinks that it is going to rain soon. He crawls under Caliban's loose garment to escape rain. Stefano, a clownish character, enters the scene. He is described as a drunken butler. He has been wandering about the island in a drunken state. At this time also he is quite drunk. On seeing Caliban, he is unable to make out what this strange looking creature is. Now let us proceed with the explanation of the lines. Line 65 to 72. Caliban, the spirit torments me. Oh, torments means torture. Children, Caliban thinks that Stefano and Trinculo are the spirits sent by Prospero to torment him. That is why he says again and again not to torment him. And where is Caliban, children? Yes, Caliban has hidden under gabardine, or you can say under his garment. And who is there with Caliban? Trinculo is also lying in Caliban's garment. Now Stefano, this is some monster of the isle with 4 legs who hath got an ague. Isle means island. As I take it, as far as I can see or as I suppose, ague, fever attended by shivering. Children, Stefano in a drunken state see Caliban, who is under the garment, lying flat on the ground. He seems to be monster of that uninhabited island with how many legs? With 4 legs, who seems to have an attack of fever. Children, ague is fever. So according to Stefano, Caliban was shivering because of fever. But in reality, Caliban is trembling in fear because he thinks that Stefano and Trinculo are the spirits of Prospero who had come to torment him. Where the devil? Should he learn our language? Should he learn? Can he have learned? So children, here Stefano gets surprised on hearing Caliban. He says that how that monster. Children, who is the monster here? Yes, the monster here refers to Caliban. So he says that how that monster knows his language. So children, earlier we have read that Prospero has taught Caliban the language. That is why he is speaking in the language which is spoken by Stefano and Trinculo. Now let us see further. I will give him some relief if it be but for that. Here Stefano says that he will help out Caliban, if only because he speaks the same language as him. If I can recover him and keep him tame and get to Naples with him, he is a present for any emperor that ever trod on neat's leather. On neat's leather, it means shoes made of leather. He is a present till needs leather. So lines from here till here. It means that he will be a suitable present for any emperor that ever walked. To tread on neat's leather is literally to walk in shoes made of the hides of cattle. An idiom for any emperor who ever lived. Children, here Stefano further says that if he can cure Caliban from his fever and tame him and get him back to Naples, he will be offered as a present to any emperor who ever wore shoes made of ox skin. So children, earlier Trinculo had the same thing in mind, that he will be taming Caliban, and here Stefano is also thinking of the same. Now let us see gist of these lines. Stefano, the another survivor of the shipwreck, enters the scene in a drunken state. Caliban thinks that he is the spirit sent by Prospero to torment him. Therefore, he asks not to torture him. On the other hand, Stefano thinks that he is the monster of that island with 4 legs who has got an attack of fever. On hearing Caliban, he gets surprised that how he learnt his language and decided to help him. He believes that if he can tame the monster and gets him to Naples, he would be a good present for an emperor. Stefano's this thought shows the cruder form of entertainment found in a civilized state. Now let us see the next lines, lines 73 to 80. So here, Caliban, do not torment me, prithee, I will bring my wood home faster. It means Caliban thinks that the strange human creatures must be agents of Prosperos, sent to punish him for not bringing the supplies of firewood quickly enough to the cave. Children, who live in the cave? Prospero and his daughter live in the cave. And Caliban serves them as their servant. Stefano, he is in his fit. Fit means ague. We have done earlier. Ague is the fever which causes trembling. In his fit means the patient with ague is sometimes trembling and fevered, and then he is said to be in his fit. Afterwards, the fit leaves him and the temperature comes down. He here refers to Caliban. Stefano, on hearing and seeing Caliban shivering, says that he has the shivering fit. Now and does not talk after the wisest. He shall taste of my bottle, if he have never drunk wine afore, will go near to remove his fit. After the wisest means in the wisest manner. If he have never drunk wine afore, will go near to remove his fit means wine may do good to the man who is not in the habit of drinking it. We know this thing, but will not help the regular drinker in an ague. Stefano says that provided Caliban is not a drinker, the wine will cure his ague. So children, here Stefano, on hearing and seeing Caliban shivering, says that he has the shivering fit because of ague, that is fever attended by shivering. And as a result of it, he is talking nonsense. So Stefano thinks to give him some liquor if he is not used to drink wine, as it will help to cure his fever. If I can recover him and keep him tame, I will not take too much for him. He shall pay for him that hath him and that soundly. These lines show the cruder form of our civilized state. So the people from Naples, they were money minded. They want to use Caliban for earning money. See here, take too much means charge too much. Will not take for him, it means I shall not ask an excessive price for him. Him here refers to Caliban. So children, like Trinculo, Stefano also has a mind to charge money from people to see Caliban if he is going to take him to his place. But the words are ironical for the next sentence. He shall pay for him till soundly. It shows that Stephano doesn't tend to ask a high price for the curious monster. Means here, earlier he said he will not charge excessive price, but here his line means that he will actually charge high price from the people who will come to see this monster. So children, here Stephano says that if he can revive Caliban and tame him, he will charge from people as much as he can get for him. He further says that Caliban will bring a lot of money to the person who owns him. Now let us see gist of these lines. Caliban again asks not to torture him and promises that he will carry the wood home faster. Stephano thinks that Caliban has a shivering fit and because of it he talks like a fool. So he thinks to give him some liquor as it will help to cure him. He further says that if he can cure him and tame him, he will not charge too much for him. According to him, Caliban will bring a lot of money to the person who owns him. Now let us see lines 81 to 90. Caliban, thou dost me yet but little hurt. Thou wilt, Anon. I know it by thy trembling. Now Prospero works upon thee. Thou dost me yet but little hurt means so far as you have not hurt me much. Trembling, a sign of being possessed by a spirit. Prospero works upon thee. Prospero's spirits is working on him. Here, Caliban says to Stephano that he has not hurt him yet, but he will. Anon means soon. But he will soon do that. He can tell this by his trembling. It is Prospero setting him on. So here Stephano is trembling. And why is he trembling, children? Because he is in a drunken fit. Stephano, come on your ways, open your mouth. Here is that which will give language to you. Cat, open your mouth. That which will give language to you, something will make you talk, namely wine. Stephano tries to make Caliban drink. He tells him to open his mouth. He further says that this drink will make even a cat speak. So what does he say? Open your mouth. So he's telling Caliban to open his mouth so that he can pour liquor in it. This will shake your shaking. I can tell you, and that soundly. You cannot tell who is your friend. Open your chaps again. Shake your shaking. Relieve your ague. Ague is fever attended by shivering. Soundly, without a mistake. Chaps, jaws. It is also a vulgar term for the mouth, the lips. So here, Stephano tells Caliban to open his mouth because he wanted to pour liquor in it. According to Stephano, this drink will stop him from trembling and he can tell this for sure. He gives Caliban some wine. He further says that Caliban does not even know who his friends are and tells him to open his mouth again. Trinculo. Now Trinculo is also under the gabardine of Caliban, but he is hearing what Stephano is saying. I should know that voice, it should be, but he is drowned. And these are devils. Oh, defend me. Oh, defend me. A prayer addressed to God. Children, Trinculo on hearing Stephano's voice says that he has almost recognized that voice. But according to him, the man whose this voice is has drowned in the shipwreck. So children, earlier which shipwreck has taken place? Yes, the shipwreck of King Alonso's ship. And he further says that these speaking here are devils. God save him. So according to him, Stephano has died. So there are devils on that uninhabited island. Now let us see gist of these lines. Caliban says to Stefano that he is not hurting him much at present, but he knows he will soon do it, for it is Prospero who makes him do it. Stefano tells Caliban, who is under the cloak, to open his mouth so that he can pour some liquor in it, which will make even a cat speak, and he will stop trembling. He tells him that he does not know who his friends are, and again tells Caliban to open his mouth. Trinculo ought to recognize that voice, but he knows that that person has drowned, so he thinks that devils are speaking there. Now, let us see lines 91 to 96. Stefano, 4 legs and 2 voices. A most delicate monster. 4 legs and 2 voices. Stefano hears the voice of Trinculo, but has not seen him yet. He thinks that Caliban is speaking with 2 different voices. The 2 are still hidden under Caliban's robe. So that is why he calls it as a very special monster. Delicate means exquisite. A most delicate monster means a most rare or uncommon monster which Stefano has seen. His forward voice now is to speak well of his friend. His backward voice is to utter foul speeches and to detract. His forward voice, his first voice, that in which he had spoken of Prospero. Backward, second. Detract means abuse. So children, here Stefano says that monster's first voice speaks well of his friend, and his second voice is harsh and abusive. So children, who 2 are under Gabardine? Yes, Caliban and Trinculo are under Gabardine. Caliban is facing his face to one side and Trinculo is facing to the other. Now let us continue. If all the wine in my bottle will recover him, I will help his ague. Come. Amen. I will pour some in thy other mouth. Amen means that is enough. Thy other mouth. Hearing 2 voices, he supposes that Caliban must have 2 mouths and says that he will pour some wine into his second mouth. So children, who is referred here as second mouth? It is Trinculo. Earlier Stefano has poured wine into Caliban's mouth. Now in second mouth he is about to pour the wine. It means he is going to pour wine in Trinculo's mouth. So here he says that if all wine in his bottle will make the monster recover from his shivering, he will do that. He gives Caliban more wine and now he pours some wine into his second mouth. So when he removed the Gabardine from the second mouth, so who speaks? Trinculo. Stefano! So Trinculo is very happy because he sees his friend who was also one of the victims of the shipwreck. Now let us see gist of these lines. Stefano says that the monster under the Gabardine has 4 legs and 2 voices. He further says that his upper voice speaks sensibly of his friend, but his lower voice speaks foul languages and abuses. He says that if all wine in his bottle be needed to cure him, even then he will relieve him of his sickness, and he pours some wine into his second mouth. When Stefano removes cloak from second mouth, he sees Trinculo. Trinculo immediately recognizes Stefano. Now let us see lines 97 to 108. Stefano, doth thy other mouth call me? Mercy, mercy. On hearing his name from the second mouth of monster, Stefano asks if monster is calling his name. He gets frightened and he started asking for mercy. This is a devil and no monster. I will leave him. I have no long spoon. No long spoon to dine with the devil. Children, this is a reference to an old popular saying, he needs a long spoon who sups with the devil. So here Stefano says that it must be a devil and not a monster. He further says that he will leave the monster alone because he who sups with the devil needs a long spoon, and he does not have any interest in getting mixed up with the devil. Children, it is said that one who needs to have food with devil need to have spoon. That long spoon is an instrument to keep the devil at a distance. That is why Stefano says that he does not have long spoon. Trinculo. Stefano, if thou beest Stefano, touch me and speak to me, for I am Trinculo. Be not afeard, thy good friend Trinculo. Afeard means afraid. Children, here Trinculo is under Caliban's garment. When he hears Stefano, he recognizes his voice and says that if he is Stefano, then he should touch him and speak to him. He says that he is Trinculo, his good friend, so he should not be afraid of him. Stefano, if thou beest Trinculo, come forth. Come forth means Trinculo is hiding under Caliban's cloak with only his lower legs, his lesser legs, as Stefano calls them, visible at the bottom of the cloak. I will pull thee by the lesser legs. If any be Trinculo's legs, these are they. So children, on hearing Trinculo, Stefano says that one of the voices under the garment is of Trinculo, then he should come out. He says he will pull him by the smaller pair of legs out of 4 legs of the monster under the garment, because according to him, these legs will be of Trinculo. So he pulls out him from under Caliban's cloak. Thou art very Trinculo indeed. How camest thou to be the siege of this moon calf? Can he vent Trinculo? Siege means stool, the excretion done by humans. So children, Stefano feels happy on seeing Trinculo and he mocks that how he happens to be the stool of a monster, and asks if the monster gives out Trinculo with its stool. So he's making fun of Trinculo because he's pulling Trinculo under Caliban's cloak. Now let us see gist of these lines. Stefano gets scared on hearing his name. He thinks that the monster under the cloak is not a monster but a devil. He decides to leave him as he does not have a long spoon to keep the devil away. Trinculo under Gabardine says that if he is Stefano, then he should touch him and speak to him. He tells him not to be frightened as he is his good friend Trinculo. Hearing this, Stefano pulls out Trinculo from under the cloak by his hind legs. He asks how he came on that uninhabited island. He also says that how he happens to be the stool of a monster. Now lines 109 to 115. Trinculo. I took him to be killed with a thunderstroke. Children, here Trinculo assumed that this thing, that is Caliban, was dead, having been killed by lightning. That is why he shared his cloak. But art thou not drowned? But art thou not drowned means this is Elizabethan humor to ask a man such a question when he is standing alive in front of the questioner. So children, here Trinculo and Stefano, they tell each other how they have escaped from the shipwreck. Here Trinculo says that he thought that Caliban had been killed by thunder and asked if Stefano was drowned. See how stupid a question he is asking when he is standing in front of him. And he himself answers that he hopes he has not drowned. Stefano, I hope now thou art not drowned. He himself answers that he hopes that he has not drowned. Is the storm overblown? It means, has the storm gone past? has it exhausted its violence? Children, earlier there was a storm named Tempest. So when Trinculo arrived on the island, he thought that another storm is going to come. That is why he hides himself under Caliban's cloak. Now he is asking Stephano that has the storm gone past? Is it over? I hid me under the dead moon calves. Moon calves here is monster. So there is a reference. In the olden days, the moon was looked on with great superstitious awe. If any animal or being gave birth to a misshapen child, it was ascribed to the harmful influence of the moon. So here, Trinculo hides himself under the cloak of the dead monster for fear of the storm. So, Gabardine for fear of the storm. And art thou living, Stephano? O Stephano, two Neapolitans escaped. So here he asks Stephano if he is really alive. He says that they are two men of Naples who have escaped from the shipwreck. After saying this, Trinculo dances Stephano around. Now let us see gist of these lines. Trinculo is pulled from under cloak by Stephano, where Caliban is still hiding. He tells Stephano that he thought Caliban has been killed by the thunder. He is happy that Stephano was not drowned in the shipwreck. He further inquires from Stephano if the storm has passed away and tells him that he hides himself under the cloak of the dead monster for fear of the storm. He happily says to Stephano that they are two men of Naples who have escaped from the shipwreck. And after saying this, Trinculo dances Stephano around. Now let us see lines 116 to 125. Stephano, prithee, do not turn me about, my stomach is not constant. It means Trinculo in excitement is grasping Stephano and pulling him. Stephano says, don't shake me, my stomach may throw out its contents. He has drunk a lot and shaking gave him nausea. So children, Stephano feels uncomfortable and tells Trinculo to not turn him around as his stomach is little upset. Caliban aside, these be fine things, and if they be not sprites, sprites means spirit. Caliban is speaking to himself on seeing Stephano and Trinculo. He says that they are fine creatures if they are not spirits. That is a brave god and bears celestial liquor. Bears celestial liquor means carries a heavenly drink. Some have conjectured that Shakespeare was trying to show how wrong it was for the colonists to give alcoholic drinks to the simple natives of the places they explored. I will kneel to him. So children, on seeing Stephano, Caliban says that he is a noble god who brings liquor from the heaven and says that he will kneel down to him, or we can say that he will worship him. So Caliban is coming out of his gabardine. Stephano, how didst thou escape? How camest thou hither? So now Stephano is asking Trinculo that how he survived from the shipwreck and how he came on that uninhabited island. I escaped upon a butt of sack which the sailors heaved overboard. By this bottle, which I made of the bark of a tree, with mine own hand since I was cast ashore. A butt of sack means a barrel of sherry wine. Such a barrel would float in the sea, the specific gravity of wine being less. Heaved overboard means threw out of the ship. By this bottle, I swear by this bottle. The bark of a tree, Glass was not common in those days, and there were many substitutes for our convenient glass bottles. Children, here Stefano says that he saved himself on a cask of wine which the sailors threw down from the ship. He swears by the bottle which he made with his own hands out of the bark of a tree after he reached ashore. Children, I hope that you are clear with the explanation of the lines which we have done in this video. Now let us see gist of these lines. Stefano feels a little uncomfortable when Trinculo dances around him. He tells him to not turn him around as his stomach is a little upset. Caliban speaks to himself on seeing Stefano and Trinculo that they are fine creatures, if they are not spirits. On seeing Stefano, he says that he is a noble god and carries a heavenly drink with him. On the other hand, Stefano asks Trinculo how he escaped from the shipwreck and tells that he himself escaped floating on a barrel of wine which the sailors had thrown overboard. He also tells him that he has made the bottle with his own hands out of the bark of a tree when he reached the shore. Children, your homework is solve extract 3 and 4 at page number 104 to 107 of Act 2, Scene 2 of the Tempest workbook. For your better understanding, please watch the video again and revise the text so that you can quote important lines and keywords in your paper. Thank you so much.